Okay, no, because let's talk about these pandemic babies. I have been saying since these pandemic babies started being popping up all over TikTok that these babies were not normal babies. If there was like a trend going around about pandemic babies, and I literally went through like this whole there was like a sound showing their pandemic babies, and I was commenting on everyone, and I was like, these pandemic babies have been here before. Exactly like the comment says, they crawl, they hold bottles, they walk, they talk before they're supposed to. I have seen so many videos on here of these pandemic babies just like coming out of the freaking womb with their eyes open, looking around, holding their head up after 2 days. Like, that's not normal. These pandemic babies are Gen Alpha, which is very indicative of the fact that we are starting something new. And also, I believe that they're very, very older, wiser souls. These pandemic babies have been here before, and they have come here to help humanity wake up. They are awake. They came here awake, and they're here to help us all wake up. They're here to change the world. They're so wise. They're so smart. If you had a baby in 2020, and so now they're like around 2 years old, once they start talking, please ask them questions about their life before they came here. I am obsessed with past lives, or hearing the kids say that they chose their parents, that they were in heaven, that they chose their parents, that they remember their old mom, that they remember their old life, that their old name. If you guys haven't heard these stories about past lives from kids, look it up. I think there's a show on Amazon Prime about it. There's kids that talk about dying in 9/11. They recall everything. They're like, yeah, I was standing on, the floor was really hot. I had to jump out of the window. Like, they recall everything from 9/11, and they're like 8 years old. And the parents are like, what the fuck? Like, there's a story of I think it was a girl or a boy, I don't know, a kid that saw the mom reading something about 9/11 because it was like an anniversary, like 10 years later or something, and then they like look down and they see the picture and they're like, oh, I was there, I remember that. And that's when they start telling the story. There's a story of this kid that was driving by this house, and he goes, oh, I used to live there. Yeah, I remember I lived there. My name was John. And it turns out that like the great grandpa's name was John and lived there, and so it's like he came back. Seriously, I'm obsessed with this stuff, and I think that is why when we're born we cannot speak for like the first 2 years that we're here, because if babies could speak, they would reveal so much. And with these past life stories, or stories about before they come here and picking their parents and everything, they only remember this up to 3 to 4 years old, and then their memories start to go away because they're creating new memories. So if you have a kid under that age, like, please ask them. I'm obsessed with finding, like, if any of my friends have kids, I'm like, so do you remember your life before you came here? And they're like, huh? Because I just want to know what went on before they came here. Please ask your kids, record it, write it down. And I think like now they might remember it longer than 3 to 4 years old.